It's at scene in a West Valley neighborhood where police and later SWAT teams swarmed the home of Clark County Public Administrator Rob Tellis. All this in connection into the investigation of a newspaper reporter's death. And tonight we have confirmed that Tellis has been booked for one count of open murder. All this began with a warrant and a search of Tellis' home around 8 o'clock this morning. Tonight we're learning more about Tellis and his connection to the victim, Las Vegas Review-Journal reporter Jeff German. We know Tellis was upset over articles German wrote about him and his office and publicly lashed out online. At the time, Tellis was running for re-election as Clark County Public Administrator. His office secures property for people who die and serves as administrator of their estates in court when families can't. And Tellis ultimately lost his seat in the Democratic primary. As for German's killing, police say he was found dead with stab wounds outside his Summerlin home. They say a suspect had been lurking outside the home before German came out to confront them. That's when German was reportedly stabbed to death on Friday. A neighbor called police after finding German's body Saturday morning. And throughout the day, we've seen a heavy police presence outside of Tellis' home in the Piccoli Ranch area. Fox 5's Drew Andre was there all afternoon when the SWAT team rolled in. He joins us now live.
Well, and John, tonight this neighborhood is quiet, but it was about 6:30 tonight when neighbors saw Tellis being rolled out on a stretcher and put into an ambulance. But this all began early this morning when a search warrant was executed on his home. Police swarmed in on the West Valley neighborhood and searched the home of Clark County Public Administrator Robert Tellis, connected to the death of investigative journalist Jeff German. Investigators honed in on the maroon GMC Denali in Tellis' driveway, taking fingerprints and marking it for evidence Wednesday morning. The car matches the description of the suspect vehicle Metro Police released Tuesday. The GMC towed away along with the silver four-door sedan. Fast forward to the afternoon and Tellis returned home with no police in sight. Hours later, one police officer drove up and knocked on Tellis' front door, but no answer. And within minutes, more police units arrived and put up caution tape at each end of the street. By around 5 p.m., tactical units began to arrive. Several SWAT Bearcats moved in towards Tellis' street. At this point, journalists were asked to leave the neighborhood for safety. Blocked at a dead end, firefighters set up a ladder and we climbed over the fence. Minutes later, Tellis was taken into custody and driven away in an ambulance. And tonight, Tellis is booked in the Clark County Detention Center on open murder charges. We know he'll make his first court appearance tomorrow at 1:30. But before that, we're expecting more information from the sheriff, who is holding a press conference tomorrow morning. John?
Drew, thank you. And German's employer, the Las Vegas Review-Journal, released this statement after Tellis was taken into custody. It says, the arrest of Robert Tellis is at once an enormous relief and an outrage for the Review-Journal newsroom. We are relieved Robert Tellis is in custody and outraged that a colleague appears to have been killed for reporting on an elected official. Journalists can't do the important work our communities require if they are afraid a presentation of facts could lead to violent retribution. We thank Las Vegas police for their urgency and hard work and for immediately recognizing the terrible significance of Jeff's killing. Now, hopefully, the Review-Journal, the German family, and Jeff's many friends can begin the process of mourning and honoring a great man and a brave reporter. Godspeed, Jeff.